So in the last video, we had made an NPC and we had gave him dialogue. But when I went into the game, because I was gonna test him out, my mouse cursor wasn't working. So I had to end the video. So I figured out how to fix that, and I even made a video on how to fix that if you run into that issue, so go check that out. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the game and we're going to check out our NPC to make sure everything works. And when it does, we're gonna come back and we're gonna expand upon his dialogue to add a quest or something similar. Alright, so let's get started. We're gonna jump in the game. Alright, so here we are. We're at Vault 101 Exterior. We're gonna come down here to Springvale because that's where we placed him. And there he is right there. So now we're gonna try to talk to him since we added the dialogue. So as you can see now, he says, "What's up?" And then there's our dialogue that we put. "What are you doing here?" And "I have to go." Now we can say, "What are you doing here?" "I'm just looking for scrap to sell. These bills ain't gonna pay themselves." And then you put, "I have to go." And then he puts goodbye. Now remember when we put the randomized, like I think we put like "What's up?" and "How's it going?" So as you can see right there, he'll say "What's up?" and then he'll say "See ya" instead of "Goodbye." So he's saying "What's up?" now, but eventually, see, he'll say "How's it going?" because we put the random. You see, so it just makes it a little bit more immersive. And we put his emotion to high, so you can see he's kind of like smiling right there. Alright, so "I have to go." So yeah, everything works. And now we're going to jump back over to the creation kit because we're going to do some extra things. Alright, so here we are back in the Geck with our mod open. We can do some things like extra with the dialogue, and that's why it's so important to have the dialogue, because you could do some really nice stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that when you talk to him, you can ask him for some of that junk that he's out there searching for. Okay, so we'll go back into his dialogue. We'll go to topics. We'll go to add topic. Right click in here, go to new, and then I'm going to type in AA ask rod for scrap. Hit OK. And then remember, if you don't see your topics in here, just click in this window, hold right control, and then press plus on your number pad. Alright, and now you can see everything is showing. So, gotta drag this over a little bit so I can see those priorities, make sure that they aren't matching. So I'm going to change this priority to 40 because after the greeting, I'm gonna have the option to ask for a scrap and ask him why is he doing here. So to make sure that both of them show up, I'm gonna make sure that they're not sharing the same number. Okay, so we're going to right click in here, and then here's his response. So I'm going to type in, "Sure, take this. It's all I have for now. Come back tomorrow if you want more." And the reason why, there's probably a typo in there, I don't care, but the reason why I'm saying that is because I want to use this option, say once a day. Now if you don't want them to say it once, if you want to keep, you know, having the option to ask him for stuff, then just uncheck this, although that would be kind of cheap if you did that. So I'm gonna put in a prompt right here and say, "Can I have some of that scrap?" Question mark. Alright, so when I ask him, "Can I have some of that scrap?" he say, "Sure, take this. This is all I have for now. Come back tomorrow if you want some more," because he'll say it once a day. And then conditions, go to new, get his ID to make sure that he's the only person that can say this, because you don't want it to show up on every NPC in the game. So search up our NPC, click that, okay, equals 1. And then you have to add a small little result script so that you can actually get the items that you ask for. So what I want to give him, or what I want him to give you, is scrap metal. So I will look in the what is this called, the objects tab, and I will scroll down to miscellaneous if I could find it. I just saw it. Give me a second. Alright, misc items. So you could go to your misc items, and scrap metal. Scrap metal's ID is called spare parts. So as you can see, spare parts. So what you could do is you could either place it here or here. If you place it at the begin, it'll basically give you the spare parts as soon as he starts talking to you. If you place it at the end, he'll give you the spare parts after he tells you this. After he says, you know, take this. So I'm gonna put it here at the end. And the reason why I like to put it at the end is because, let's say you give him a custom voice. You don't want the sound of you getting the spare parts playing over him talking. So that's another reason why I don't do that. So you're gonna type in player.add item space spare part, and then space again the amount of spare parts you want him to give you, which is scrap metal. So I want him to give me 2 pieces of scrap metal. So I'll go to compile script, and then it saves. If you typed in something wrong, you'll get an error message. Like, let's say I don't type in spare parts correctly. It'll give me an error, and it'll tell me that, you know, the script wasn't compiled because there's a typo. So that's good. It'll make sure everything works. All right. So we also need to go back to our greeting, and then we need to make sure that our greeting links to that topic where we can ask him for scrap. So we're gonna go back in here. We're gonna go to add topic, and we're gonna add that topic that we just made, AA ask Rod for scrap, and then we're gonna put it on both of these. That way, no matter which greeting he gives us, this option will pop up. Oh, also, I almost forgot. When you ask him for scrap and he says, "Sure, take this. It's all I have for now. Come back and see me tomorrow." You can choose goodbye. I'm not sure if you have to, but I'm just gonna choose goodbye in case I get stuck. So I'm just gonna hit OK. You don't have to. It'll probably just take you back to all the other topics from the greeting, but I'm just gonna hit goodbye. So I'm gonna hit save, and then we're gonna go in game, and then we're gonna talk to him, and we're gonna get those topics, and then we're gonna ask him for those spare parts. Okay, so we're gonna go back up to him now. Oh, excuse me, my piece of crap PC. Alright, so talk to him. How's it going? And then you can say, "Can I have some of that scrap?" "Sure, take this. This is all I have for now. Come back tomorrow if you want more." And after he says that, then you get the 2 scrap metals. And then it puts us out of the conversation because I checked goodbye. And then, since I checked for it to do once a day, the option will not appear again. As you can see, it's not there. Alright? So yeah, that was just a pretty simple tutorial on how to use dialogue to get, you know, some items. We'll be doing some more with dialogue, like starting a quest. That's probably the next one that I want to do, because I'm excited to show you guys that. Because making quests in this game is so fun when you start learning those type of things. Alright, so that's going to do it for me. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys later.